Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How are you all doing? Welcome back to the Last Kingdom Total War modded Let's Play. We're back on Thrones of Britannia. We're playing as Uhtred, son of Uhtred of Bebbanburg. In today's episode, we're going to be sieging the ancient fortress and reclaiming my ancestral home. So, if you like the sound of that, feel free to leave the video a like, subscribe if you're new around here with notifications on, and let me know in the comments where you'd like me to expand and conquer. We've got to take the city of Girum first before we push our attack. Alrighty, we've replenished and we're ready to push. So it looks like Bebbanburg has actually rebelled against the Northumbria Viking forces, which now hold that it was taken over. The Vikings took it over from my uncle, but we'll push now and have the siege of Bebbanburg and take back my ancestral home. Let's go, arselings. Let's get right into it. The siege of Bebbanburg. So we have 3 units of spears, 5 units of swords, 5 axes, 3 archers, 1 skirmish unit, 3 units of cavalry, and 2 catapults, while the enemy has a unit of catapults inside. We have an abundance of siege equipment on the outside, ready to push the ancient fort. I'll put in the description below the mod if you guys would like to download it and play along with me. 4 seasons we have waited for the siege of Bebbanburg, and now it's here. Let's get stuck into it and retake it. So, once we do so here today, which won't be an easy task, there's actually a custom settlement in Thrones of Britannia, Bebbanburg. I think it's Bambra in real life. Is that what the castle is? I don't know. I've never actually been there. I wouldn't imagine the wooden fortress still stands. It might have been redone. Most castles are anyway. I should go there. That'd be cool. Alrighty, let's divide up our forces adequately and go for a 2 or 3 pronged attack. But due to the fortress on a cliffside, half of it will be unscalable. So, when we end this episode here today, let me know in the comments, should I start on the other version of this mod, start a new fresh campaign, as we have had some bugs and glitches. Because for the Last Kingdom mod for Thrones of Britannia, you can either play as Uhtred and Alfred as a faction, or you can play as Uhtred as his own faction and push and expand and conquer in Northumbria. I felt like for this series, I wanted to sort of go close with the show, so obviously start under the command of King Alfred, being dead now though, marrying Elswith, sort of role-playing a little bit, and then sort of leveling up, building up our army to then finish off the Kentish forces and Wessex's enemies in the south, and then we'll push against Bebbanburg. So, should I start in the north? Maybe eventually, once we get the Witten and the Northumbrian elders under our control. Should Uhtred be the king of Northumbria, Mercia, West Saxa, then England? Maybe we should betray Alfred the Great. So just sort of dividing up my siege towers here. I think the best bet is to put a lot on this main assault. There seems to be like a really sharp cliff in the back there. So even if we do push everyone forward, we should be right. So let's move my archers up here. Or should I move on to another campaign? Maybe more Total War, Rome 2. Or maybe another strategy game. In the comments, let me know. So let's divide these additional reinforcements up. Let's go with 4 on the main attack. And we'll send this other 3 on the far side. And my cavalry. I brought up too many battering rams, more so than what we needed. Because essentially we can't siege half of the settlement. Alright, let's move them there. And let's move Uhtred, son of Uhtred, close to there. Alright, let's start the battle, give out the orders, the battering ram, and 3 siege towers can push the front, and we'll get my catapults to rain fire and death upon the rebelled Viking-held settlement. It's changed a lot of hands. Bebbanburg to the Northumbrian Ealdorman and Witten to that Viking, I can't remember his name. And now rebels. Alright. The battering ram and siege tower pushing on the far side. There's a small archer unit holding, then we'll be able to get our cavalry in. My archers are pushing up to drag some of the fire away. Oh no! Their catapults have focused all their firepower upon mine, and they actually rinsed me there. And I think they're about to probably destroy the last one as well. Quickly return the fire. But we've kind of wasted the end of catapults there. Really? They must have hit like 4 shots in a row. Yeah, I forgot they're accurate. Yeah, they wiped out a full unit of catapults. Those bastards. I was trying to get some cool cinematic shots. God damn it. Damn arselings. Get my archers to return the fire. And cover as the steel-plated battering rams and siege towers push up. Loyal men of Uhtred and King Alfred, essentially being a vassal under Wessex is the deal. But I get to be the undisputed ruler. Retake my father's home of Bebbanburg. We're nearly ready to disembark the siege tower as arrows rain fire and death upon the garrison inside, and the siege tower is here. Let slip the dogs of war and cry havoc. The battering ram slowly but surely busting down the gate, missing a catapult shot. And now with it opened, let's move 5 units in, including Uhtred's army. Watch out for the hot boiling oil there, boys. Push, pick a unit, and we'll take the respected command points. Need to neutralize those catapults as quickly as possible. How are we doing on the far side? Oh my god. I guess it's because of the incline of the hill, but this is taking so long on this far side to push. Bebbanburg is a crazy fortress. Here's like a monastery. I have a feeling at one of those islands out there was a monastery, and I think that was the first raid of the Vikings on that monastery. Obviously, you see it in Season 1 in Ragnarluthbruk and Rollo take it, but I think that raid, obviously, that's all hearsay about Ragnar and Rollo and stuff, but I'm pretty sure that siege on the Priory was an actual documented historical event. I have a feeling it was in Northumbria somewhere. It was close. It could have very well been on one of those islands. I don't know. Let me know in the comments, history nerds, in the comment section. Me being one, me with a history degree. But Northumbrian history, I don't really know. Probably should have googled it before I mentioned anything. Right, anyway, these guys are routing here. We're still continuing to push. We can push towards this capture point here now, having overwhelmed the frontal assault. Push for it. Okay, have we had any better luck? No, I can't seem to see their additional reinforcements. There must be more on this far side, because we've overwhelmed them towards the front. Their archers aren't actually hitting me, but those arrow towers, those machine gun nests that I like to call them, are smacking me. Alright, come on, quickly now, let's push, rotate and maneuver and take the town square, bringing down the rebel banner and raising Uhtred, son of Uhtred of Bebbanburg. Because technically we're still Uhtred of Cookham, still holding those lands, but I should be able to move my livestock, my wealth and assets and children back up north. But yeah, let me know if you want to see a continuation of this series, or are we done? I've hit the short victory essentially. Fighting for Alfred, defeating his enemies, marrying his daughter, and here today, if we're successful, we've retaken Bebbanburg. Oh, now they're starting to fire upon me with flammable ammunition. I'm nearly better off to rotate these guys on the far side, because we've taken one of the 2 capture points, so we'll be able to decimate some of the enemy's morale. But we're nearly pushing up the causeway. That is an absolute murder hole there. If you sat a lot of units there, you nearly could like give up the first line of defense if you wanted to. This is a really cool siege. Like, look at this, trying to push through the gap here. The designer who did this must have really liked the Last Kingdom and had it in mind. Look at this siege here. If they just had a little bit more men, or had the, oh, what's under here? The underworld. Hades. Oh, there's just water and a couple of boulders there. I am using a camera mod, so I guess that's what did that. The people of Bebbanburg are hiding in their hovels and homes. Got the fire roaring. And the bed bacon. Alright, we're pushing here now with my swordsmen. They should make quick work of the... Oh, spearman hunting. Ah, there's the enemy general. Yeah, there we go. There's 4 units on this far side, which we haven't seen. Alright, let's get my 3 spearmen to push up and help. And hopefully my battering ram can make it there, because they're taking so long. My catapults aren't needed. My skirmishers are now here. They can now push up to bring skirmisher support and help. They can cap certain points while my swordsmen slowly but surely continue to push. So we've wiped that first spearman there, but now they're pushing in with herdsmen in the general unit, so my swordsmen, I don't know how much longer they're going to hold. Quickly now, just try and get those spearmen there. It's a 2-on-1 situation, and they seem to be glancing and glitching right through us. Hopefully we don't get too many negative debuffs, because essentially they're surrounding us all over the place here. Oh god. The Viking rebel banner still blows in the wind. And it's only taken, what? There's been, what, 15 or so minutes in this siege? And the battering ram still hasn't made its way up there. A little bit of food for thought. If you do play a Thrones of Britannia, the Last Kingdom Uhtred campaign to besiege Bebbanburg, it's a bit of a task. I'll put in the description below the mod if you guys would like to download it and play along with me. You should be able to find it on the Steam store quite quickly anyway. But I've been enjoying Thrones of Britannia, maybe I should go back to it. There are still a couple of factions I still haven't played as. Oh, and they've fled there. Oh, come on. That's a shame. I obviously played as Guthrum, as East Anglia. On Vanilla, you can go check out that series when the game launched. And Alfred the Great, full campaign series and playlists are there. And I've also done a Kirken, Scotland series, reuniting the Highlands for Scotland, throwing out the Viking Norwegian Scourge. We may be playing as Difflin, the Irish Vikings. Maybe playing as Strathclyde. Or maybe Uber. There's a fair few unique factions and leaders which are inspired upon from the Last Kingdom on. Maybe we can do that. But my spearmen now are clustering below the tower. Slowly pushing up. Oh, it looks like that unit that was on the ram, that route has come back. Alright. Looks like that push stopped. We just want to try and hold and cap that tower. 3 units are slowing down the main push. But it's only a matter of time now before Bebbanburg is under Uhtred or Osbert, depending who you're asking, and King Alfred's control. Then maybe we can move on to another total war instead. Doesn't have to be Thrones of Britannia necessarily. Maybe Rome 2, Medieval 2, Rome 1. Let me know in the comments. Or maybe even Hearts of Iron 4 Paradox game. Oh, this lonely tree while fire rages in the background. The fighting is thick and fierce for Bebbanburg. The Vikings, rebellious Saxon scum, trying to hold on to their plunder in Bebbanburg and the heart of St. Osbert. Bebbanburg must be controlled by Uhtred Ragnarsson. Okay, we need to push towards the town square now. Oh, there's a few barricades here and there, but we need to start capping the main square to initiate the countdown. I think it's time to move my cavalry in. God, the cavalry have been more useless in this siege in the last for the Battle of Kent. They had to push through a crazy mining pass to get there, but now they have to track all the way around the cliff face of Bebbanburg to get inside. Alrighty. So, my reinforcements on the far side have finally made their way there, capturing the church priory inside, and the fighting in Blaze further here seems to be going on. They're holding out quite well. Ah, that's why they've thrown in their general. No match for Uhtred. Couple of forces there holding. We should be able to cap inside. Come on. If we can get rid of the enemy general, we'll laugh at him. Ah, finally. We are capping the town square. Also, guys, some of you may or may not know that Shogun 2 Total War is currently free to download on Steam. If you haven't already gone and picked it up, it should be still there for the next couple of days. But go pick it up. One of the better Total Wars. The food mechanic just kind of annoy me. You tend to spam Yarigashigaru. But maybe I haven't done a Shogun 2 campaign in so long. We're sort of making our way through the Total Wars again. I started with Rome 1. Maybe we need to go back to Shogun 2. I've done I think on this channel I've only done Oda, the Oda clan, because of like the crazy buffs of the Yarigashigaru. on my old channel. When the game came out, I wouldn't recommend watching it, but I did do a Takeda series. Or Takeda, however you like to say it. They're probably my favourite faction, the red Japanese horse lord of a faction. The actually got to like the Otter clan are really good for sieges, but the Otter I just like the red. Big red balloons on their back. And cavalry charges are just so satisfying in Shogun 2. The only problem with that is it kind of lacks unit variety. Oh, there's actually some good mods as well. There's like the Portuguese mod. I quite like Fall of the Samurai as well. I have done that. I've played as the Satsuma. Hey, the enemy general's fallen, and we have victory. I think I played more Fall of the Samurai on this channel rather than the vanilla version of the game. But we've managed to take Bebbanburg. We need to stop talking about Shogun to get rid of that anime shit out of here. Let's talk about some true men, some true Vikings. So we've taken Bebbanburg here today with Uhtred, son of Uhtred. We've finally hit our ambition that we haven't been able to do for seasons upon seasons. We've finally taken it with the help of King Alfred and my betrothed new wife, Ethelfled. Bebbanburg is finally under our control. So, unfortunately guys, it's nearly time to end episode 3 here. Now, I would say we've sort of hit our short victory conditions. We've hit our main objectives for the mini-series. Doing now start a new campaign, as we have had some problems with this Let's Play recording. Maybe we should start with Uhtred in Bebbanburg from scratch, take out Mercia, betray Alfred, East Anglia, become a Northumbrian king, and potentially the King of England, betrothing myself to Ethelfled. Let me know in the comments section down below. But I'm sure some of you would have noticed some weird editing discrepancies throughout this mini-series. I did mention this in episode 2. Unfortunately, when playing this, I don't know why it happened, but every time I siege in this campaign, it just broke. So what I've had to do with a little bit of editing trickery, I've had to play the battles and sieges that I was going to play in a custom battle. I didn't want to scrap episode 1, which didn't have a problem, all the thumbnails and work I put into it. So, for example, I could do all the campaign map preparing for the Siege of Kent, but I couldn't actually play it. I had to do it in a custom battle, and the same with Bebbanburg. So I hope you do understand. I've had a blast playing as Uhtred, son of Uhtred, but maybe it's time to move on to something else. Let me know in the comment section down below. Unfortunately, guys, it is time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know in the comment section down below your feedback for the series, and if you'd like to see more, that's the best way to ensure more content. Leave a dislike if you're not enjoying the series. Check out my social media links if you want to stay connected with me. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all in the description below. Patreon and merchandise link in the description below, along with the Steam group. Come and join the community on Steam. And on that note, unfortunately, I have to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching once again. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Go out and have a fantastic rest of your day. My name has been Simpzy. Goodbye.